They laughed at the slowest animal in the jungle. They ignored him. They underestimated him. But when the jungle stood on the edge of complete destruction, only one animal saved everyone, and it wasn't the strongest. So stay with this story till the very end because it will completely change how you see leadership, power, and courage. In a vast jungle where ancient trees touched the clouds and rivers once flowed like veins of life, the animals lived by a harsh belief that only the strong deserved respect, only the fast survived, and only the loud were heard. And only the loud were heard. So the lion ruled with his roar, deciding fate through his voice. The tiger ruled with fear, forcing obedience through terror. And the elephant ruled with size, believing weight alone made him right. While smaller animals lived quietly in the shadows, unseen, unheard, and forgotten. Among them lived an old tortoise named Timo, slow in movement, gentle in nature, carrying a cracked shell shaped by time, always walking alone and always arriving last. And whenever Timo passed by, animals whispered and laughed, saying a tortoise could never matter in a jungle built for speed and power. Yet Timo never argued, never complained. He simply kept moving forward, because deep inside him lived patience, memory, and purpose, things the others had long forgotten. Then came the summer that changed everything, when the sun burned hotter than ever before, when days felt endless, when the rivers slowed to a thin line, when mud replaced water, and finally when the rivers stopped completely, plants curled and turned yellow, insects vanished, birds collapsed from the sky, baby animals cried endlessly for water, and fear spread through the jungle faster than fire, forcing every creature to gather before the lion, who proudly declared that everyone must survive on their own because only the strong were meant to endure, while the tiger agreed and called it the law of nature. But as the powerful spoke, the weak trembled. Because no one offered hope, no one offered a plan, and no one cared. While arguments filled the air and egos clashed, someone else was already moving, because that night, while the jungle slept in desperation, Timo remembered the voice of his grandfather telling stories of an ancient underground stream hidden deep inside the forbidden jungle, a dark place avoided by predators and forgotten by time. And Timo knew that if life still existed anywhere, it would be there. So without telling anyone, without expecting praise or reward, he began his slow journey, step by painful step, across sharp stones that cut his feet, through cold winds that slowed his breath, through shadows where danger waited inches away. And though exhaustion begged him to stop and fear whispered that he would fail, Timo continued. Because while others believed strength meant speed and dominance, Timo believed strength meant patience, endurance, and responsibility. As night faded into dawn, the jungle began to collapse. A young deer fell unable to stand. An elephant's legs shook under his own weight. Birds lay silent on the ground. Even the lion's roar cracked and weakened, and hope faded with every passing second. When suddenly a bird screamed from the sky, calling everyone to follow, and the animals rushed forward with the last of their strength and froze in disbelief. Because before them flowed fresh water, clear, cold, alive, and beside it stood the smallest figure among them all, the old tortoise. Because Timo had found the underground stream, not by force, not by speed, but by memory, patience, and courage. And in that moment, the jungle felt shame. The lion lowered his head and admitted they had been strong but blind. The tiger stepped back in silence, realizing fear could not save lives. The elephant spoke softly, confessing that size without wisdom was useless. And for the first time in history, every animal listened to the quietest voice in the jungle. From that day forward, everything changed. Decisions were no longer made by power alone. Every voice mattered, young and old, fast and slow. And when the jungle finally chose its leader, it did not choose the strongest, the fastest, or the loudest. It chose the wisest. A slow old tortoise who proved that true leadership is built on patience, humility, and caring for others, even when no one believes in you. And if this story touched your heart, make sure to like this video, subscribe for more deep and meaningful animal stories, and comment below who you believe is the real leader. the strong or the wise. Because the world doesn't need louder leaders anymore, it needs wiser ones.